A very common advice for weight loss is to go on a diet you actually like. But what if this does more harm than good? Well, let's talk about just that in this video, and I'll share what I think you should do instead. Obviously, it's nice to choose the things we like choosing the clothes we wear, choosing the phones we use, and even choosing the videos we watch on YouTube. Well, let me rephrase that. Choosing the videos that Google has already chosen for us to watch on YouTube. But can we also choose the diet we like for weight loss? According to some experts, the answer is yes. And one way they support this belief is with a concept known as behavioral economics. You see, when it comes to achieving any goal, we want to replace our old behaviors that work against the goal with new behaviors that support it. And to make sure we actually stick with the new behaviors, behavioral economics suggests that we have to make these new behaviors more attractive and accessible than our current behaviors. With that in mind, some experts believe we can apply this to weight loss by letting people essentially pick their new eating behaviors by picking their diets, which should make dieting more attractive and accessible. On the surface, this seems like a solid idea. Unfortunately, the science doesn't really agree. Research shows that going on a diet you prefer generally does not provide any additional weight loss benefits. In some cases, it might actually make things worse, even when using diets with proven track records. In one specific case, one group of subjects lost almost twice as much weight as another group when given the same exact diet. The only difference is that the less successful group initially said they preferred the diet they were given, whereas the others preferred something else. In short, the science does not support the strategy of using preferred diets for weight loss. But why is this the case even when applying the concepts of behavioral economics, which have proven effective in other situations? Well, according to researchers in 2018, it might have to do with the diets people tend to choose. Remember, the key to achieving a goal is to replace our old behaviors with new behaviors. However, when given a choice, people are very likely to choose a diet that looks a lot like their current diet. If so, then they're not really introducing new behaviors. Instead, they're actually reinforcing a lot of their old eating behaviors, which is the last thing we want to do. Now, it's certainly still possible to lose weight with old eating habits so long as you eat in a calorie deficit, but it's often much easier to mold completely new behaviors to suit our needs versus trying to change old behaviors that we've conditioned for a very long time. So if you are one of the many people that believe that the best weight loss diet is the diet you like, then be careful with picking a diet that makes you engage in the same eating behaviors that made you want to lose weight in the first place. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we have to go on diets we don't like. Again, we want to introduce mostly new behaviors. So a good strategy would be to simply pick a diet that we never tried before. Of course, the more it deviates from your current diet, the better. So say if you normally eat a lot of carbs, then a low-carb diet might be worth a shot. If you eat a lot of meat, then as blasphemous as it sounds, you might want to try a more plant-based diet. This strategy also extends beyond just your food choices. If you regularly eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you might want to try a different eating schedule with something like intermittent fasting. Now, to be clear, a completely new diet does present its own set of hurdles and can be especially tough in the beginning. But once past the early adjustment periods, many people do notice things get a lot easier. For me personally, I had a lot of trouble with intermittent fasting in the beginning because, like many others, I was getting hungry all the time. I almost even ate kale once. But as I got used to it, hunger became a non-issue and I lost a good amount of weight. So I definitely recommend sticking with your new diet for at least about 90 days so you can deal with the rough early stages and get a much better feel for the diet. But there you have it. Out with the old behaviors, in with the new behaviors. That might be what it takes for you to start moving the scale in the right direction. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a dietary thumbs up and share it with your choice-loving friends. Subscribe for more and let me know what you think about this strategy in the comments. As always, thank you for watching and don't forget to get your protein.